In the very crowded SUV market of the Philippines, Baic Philippines has decided to launch a brand new product called the Baic B40 Pro Trailmaster. And if you like what we're just doing out here, maybe this is something you might want to consider for your next off-road or overland SUV. So let's find out. So before we move on with this video, yes, I am wearing our board shorts and slippers because the weather is just really wet here in Tanay. But we're gonna make the best out of it and walk through the exterior because this is what the car is made for. The robust exterior that you can see from the outside is from this Baic B40 includes, let's start with the wheels, 17-inch wheels with Geolandar 84s Yokohamas, which are perfect for these types of weather and conditions. The 200 plus, put the icon here, millimeter ground clearance is perfect for these articulations and terrains that will give you much needed clearance to cross rivers or to go through rough terrain that we have here on the test track that we have. So those are cool features that we have. But again, the main features that you would see from the Baic is its 4x4 capabilities, which includes differential locks, 4x4, 4 high, 4 low, all the modes that you will need that include sand, rock, wading, water wading, ice, snow, which gives you the confidence to tackle all of these different situations, especially if you're out there overlanding or trailing. Also, an added feature that Baic has introduced here is the off-road turn, which helps you to maneuver on those tight spaces if you need to turn the car around. So those are some features that you would see on the Baic B40 Pro Trailmaster. Okay, so let's talk about the exterior dimensions of the Baic B40 Pro Trailmaster. It measures 4.7 lengthwise and 1.9 on the width, which is actually a very decent size for an off-road vehicle. Some key features that you want to feature is the Baic B40 has a Borg-Warner transmission part-time 4-wheel drive, which basically means that you'll be able to shift to 4 high, 4 low, and it is equipped with both a front-locking differential and a rear-locking differential. If you're an off-roader, those are magic words to hear on a vehicle, especially straight out of the factory. Also, some key features that you might want to see is it actually has these camping lights that you see that you can turn on if you're camping. So that means that could stay as long as 3 hours. That will just run. It's for an extra light, especially if it's dark in your campsite. That's a nice thing to have. So what's powering the Baic B40 Pro under the hood is an Ocon 2-liter that produces 161 horsepower and 390 Newton meters of torque. So it is paired to an 8-speed ZF automatic transmission, which is purely a diesel-fed engine. No hybrids, no electrics, just pure diesel. So what we have here in the front are LED projector headlamps, and on the roof, you do have 2 roof rails that are ready for any accessory that you want to put on, meaning they are load rated. Running onto the side, we do have power step boards, meaning when you open the door, the step board automatically comes down. Heading over to the rear, you do have a split tailgate that basically has the glass coming up and the door swinging to the right with the spare tire hanging off the back. Last but not the least, to finish off the off-road capabilities, it is equipped with front and rear tow hooks so that if you get into any pickle or any situation, there will be a location for you to put your recovery straps to recover the vehicle, just in case. Just a quick trivia about the ladder frame. You would like to also know that actually Baic is a strategic partner of Mercedes-Benz, which actually means that they do share some platforms on engine technology from each other to make their vehicles. So the rear of the Baic B40 is a split tailgate design, meaning the door opens to the right and the glass pulls up. That's a very unique feature, but that allows aftermarket guys to put maybe a table here and mount different stuff on the tailgate to put more accessories on the vehicle. Speaking of accessories, the rear of the Baic is one of really designed for adventure. It has a 220 port that's already built in that has roughly 400 watts of power, and it has a lighter plug in the back that allows us to plug in, like for example, our radios right here, or our aside from the radios, you'll be able to put your fridges or other electronics in the back of the vehicle with all that space. Now, if you're not using it as a cargo area, without a third row, because it's a 5-seater, it allows the second row to recline the seats furthermore, giving it more space in the second row, as we will show you right now. Let's slide into the interior of the Baic B40. Here in the back, you'll be easily fitting 3 people because it is big space. I'm 5'7", and there's more than enough knee room and leg room. That's my driving position. Good height with the big panoramic sunroof. Even with the rain or the light coming through, you'll be able to get a lot of light. In the middle, you do have center armrests with the standard cup holders here. And in the bottom, which is standard fare in this class, you'll have 2 air vents, and you have a Type C and a Type A port to charge all of your gadgets and devices. What's nice about the rear seat also, it comes with a recline function rather. So you'll be able to adjust your most comfortable position here in the back for this long journeys. Personal map lights on the side, both on the left and the right. If you need to read the material, that's also built into the function of the rear seats. Let's go move into the passenger seat, driver's seat rather, and see what the front feels like. Moving to the passenger and driver side of this vehicle, the first thing that will greet you are the 5 screens that are available up front. 1 for the speedometer, 1 in the middle, 1 for the passenger, a little screen here in the middle that you could change with the Baic logo or the clock, and last but not the least is the rear view mirror is a fully digital affair, meaning it's a camera that you see back there. The driving position, it has a microfiber leather seats, which are very, very comfortable, if you ask me. And it comes with this unique interior color, which is subject to your taste, with a very mint green and light gray combination. Moving up to the steering wheel, it has a chunky steering wheel with all the proper buttons that you will need. There's volume control, there is the computer control, cruise control, to answer your phone. And so all of the things that are quite standard for a steering wheel. It is both adjustable, powered for rake and reach, also up and down. Also, the seats that are on the Baic B40 are equipped with both cooled seats and heated seats. Lumbar support is a 10-way adjustable affair, meaning you'll be able to adjust the back. Oh, with my bad back. Feels so much better. For those long drives, making it very, very comfortable. To add to the ambiance of the driving is an LED light, which can change colors, which is actually present all around the vehicle to give you that ambient mood lighting, especially on those long journeys. So that's the front of the vehicle. Last but not the least, you'll be able to note that all the off-road functions, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto are all wireless, and you do get a wireless charger here in front. And the beauty about the middle console is there are 3 cup holders that are present, meaning you'll be able to put maybe your key or 2 other drinks that you might need. And all the needed buttons for off-roading are right here. So you'll have your rear diff lock, you'll have your front diff lock button, you have your drive mode, so for 2H, 4H, and 4 low. And also in the same knob, you'll be able to adjust the sand modes, the water wading mode, the economy, the eye off-road, ice and snow, deep snow, basically the 11 modes of driving that is equipped in this Baic B40 Trailmaster. If you do like your cameras, the Baic B40 Pro Trailmaster has 540 degrees of camera. So that's 360 plus the top. You'll be able to see all of the surroundings, especially if you're off-roading and you're parking, especially in Manila. You'll be able to see your surroundings in this very, very clear 540 degree camera. So who is the B40 Pro Trailmaster for? And is it ready for adventure? 2 questions we love to answer on our vlogs. I think the first thing you would need to answer that is, what type of adventure are you into? If you like coming out here to Tanay and off-road capability is something that you value, that's something that the B40 offers straight out of the box. With all the 11 drive modes, the diff locks, the 4 low, 4 high, this is designed for those guys who really want to have all their gear present. But if you put an off-roader together, what Baic did is it provided all the new tech that's available for off-roaders. It has the wading depth of your water. You can see it on your screen. You'll be able to see if everything's locked digitally. You'll be able to see where your wheels are placed on the road because of the cameras. So all of those things give the tech-savvy young lifestyle guy all the aids it will need to perform or to enjoy the outdoors. Now, also, you might want to note is this system is fully packed. So you will need to go through and fiddle around on the system to get all the settings that you might like. to fit your taste. If that's your thing, then you might consider the Baic B40 for your next off-road vehicle. Okay, so how is it to drive the Baic B40 Pro Trailmaster? I think a couple of things you would have to consider if you're driving the car is, number one, this is a ladder on-frame chassis type of vehicle. Therefore, it's a more traditional SUV, meaning the frame of the car, the body of the car, is put on top of the frame. So what that does, in reality, for driving is you'll get a little bit of a shiver and a little bit more of a truck-like feel when you're driving the vehicle. But I must say the NVH, first impressions on the NVH, it's quite quiet. It's not the most quiet. It's not a super luxury vehicle, but it's definitely not intruding. That's probably what I would say. The 2-liter engine, the 2-liter diesel engine is, I would say, adequate in terms of lugging this vehicle around. For me, when I'm driving it, I like to keep it in sport mode to give it a little bit more responsiveness from the throttle. So, and yes, it does that sound when you move it around. So don't be shocked. Just to note, when you're using the modes, be sure to check out which parts of the knob you are turning, because if you overturn the knobs, the off-road modes are also located in the same location. So just to keep that in note, the first 3 modes are the Sport, Comfort, and Eco, but if you overturn it, it will activate the other modes like the mud, the water rating depth on this vehicle. So with the Sport mode on, as you can see, hold on. So with the Sport mode on, the car is on 2-wheel drive and it gives a more responsive feel. So yeah. So for the mountain roads, it's enough. The power is enough for you to overtake. So it is a cool vehicle. Just to note, this is not a hybrid or an EV. This is a old school 2-liter diesel engine, which is a brand called Aucan. I'm not sure what that product is, but basically that's the engine that's running the Baic. The engine, for me, it's a newer engine, so it's not a very noisy, clattery diesel. Though you would have to adjust yourself on the throttle control, on where the turbo does kick in, because there tends to be a little bit of a gap before you hit the 2000 RPM before the turbo kicks in. So it's not early on where you'll feel the turbo, but once you get on the power band, the turbo is there. Baic wants you to master the trails with the new Baic B40 Pro Trailmaster. So, if you like what you see, go check it out in a dealership and, see for yourself. Go test drive one and maybe you might like this new Baic B40. As for us, we're heading out of here because the weather is really not cooperating with us and we will have to dry out ourselves. So guys, if you like this content that we're producing, this is Joel Pedro from Overland Kings. Remember to like and subscribe. And every Wednesday, a new video drops, so do tell your friends to come over and check it out on YouTube and all our Instagrams and Facebook accounts. So guys, we will see you in the next product feature in this channel. We'll see you guys later.